What's going on, Warning Army, and welcome back to another Women Who Rock Wednesday. And I have to say, guys, that the time has come. I feel like the anticipation and the buildup for this moment of Pow coming out from behind the kit and just that crowd interaction and the fact that it's this Narcissista song. I've already actually done a reaction to this song once before from a different show where she stayed behind the kit, and I made a comment in that video where it would have been really cool to see her out in the front. And ever since that comment, you guys have been telling me to wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. And today's the day where we are going to witness it. I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get right to it. I forgot how much I really like the
Ciudad de
rhythm of this
México.
song.
Quiero que todos griten muy fuerte por nuestro querido amigo Beto Ramos.
Ooh, let it rock, baby, let it rock. Nasty. Here she comes, here she comes. Oh, I'm
Dicen
getting
que hay
crazy
que
already.
rezar por mí. Tan preocupados, pero no veo que estén rezando tanto. No es para
Oh,
tanto.
stop playing with me, girl. This is what I was waiting for.
Dios, aléjense de mí. Critíquenme un poco más. Me encuentro entretenida al escuchar todo lo que dicen, lo que dicen. Déjenme reírme un poco más. Porque tú no sabes nada. Corres la voz y no te calles, neta, por los oídos. Y simplemente digo: na, 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 na. Déjeme negar la lista, no soy loca ni malinchista. Na, 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 na. Dicen que soy egoísta.
Oh, baby, this was what I was waiting for. All right, let's go ahead and calm down. I don't need to be screaming into the mic the whole time. I saw her look at her sister like, I just killed that shit. Oh, boy, this is, like I said, this is exactly what I was wanting. She is all over the stage. She's doing all the things that, like, you really can't do, like, when you're, like, playing the guitar and you're not just, like, just a front person that has a microphone. Like, she's taking, like, full advantage of the opportunity that she's not playing an instrument right now. That's one thing that, like I said, like Danny and Ale do a really good job of playing their instruments and moving around the stage and not staying too stagnant. They do a lot, they do as much as they can, really, like with playing with the instruments, because it's hard to do both at the same time, especially with all the technical stuff that they're playing. It makes me very excited to see Pal out there just like living up and like just everything that I thought she was going to do is like exactly what she's doing. Like, and she's taking it to like the next level. Like, I'm not saying that I predicted what she's doing. She's blowing me out of the water here. That little head bang, like right there at the end. I'm telling you, she looked at her and she was like, I just killed that shit. In reality, she's probably asking if she's on time, but like, she is like killing this performance. She's all over the stage, selling this song exactly how it's supposed to be sold. I love the overall like message and theme behind this song. Like, really just like, and I love the stories of hearing about how like they had like a lot of mistakes in the Spanish language when they wrote it, and her parents had to like help like actually like correct the grammatical mistakes like from their Spanish speaking. So I thought that was a really cool story. And honestly, guys, on my first video, I got one of those messages, like a very, very long message of somebody on that commented about how they should be ashamed of themselves as the warning and what they're doing, and that they are not making Mexican people proud, and like all the things that this song really represents, and pushing against that ideology, that they're not a malachista. I know, I'm white, I didn't say it right. Obviously, I think all of us can agree that that kind of sentiment and that kind of ideology is just, we don't believe in that, because we don't believe that the warning should be anything other than what they want to be. If they want to write more songs in Spanish, we'd probably still listen to them. They put a record in Spanish out on their new album, and it's really good. Like, it's another good Spanish song. But honestly, how many rock bands sing in Spanish? But for the first and only time in the history of my channel, did I put a thumbs down reaction to somebody's comment. And I did not respond, because there was nothing, you can't say anything to those people. There's just nothing to say. So I didn't say anything at all, but I did put a thumbs down. And because I just don't believe in that kind of ideology, because honestly, it comes across as very separatist. I'm all about bringing people together, and I think that's one of the great things about music, is it brings people from different backgrounds together to love something together, and show us and remind us that we're really all not that different, because we all are just human.
Ya no sé qué hacer, no le veo el punto a pretender. No intento más,
Tell 'em, girl.
porque yo ya sé. Detrás de las cortinas ellos siguen hablando. Buenas intenciones siempre salen sobrando. No creas que me engañas con estas. Porque tú no sabes nada. Corres la voz y no te callas. Me tapo los oídos y simplemente digo: "Na, na, 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 na". Déjenme negar la lista, no soy loca ni malicista. Na, 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 na. Dicen que soy egoísta, condenada narcisista. Volveré a negar la lista, no soy loca ni malicista. Dicen que soy egoísta. ¡Gracias, México! ¡Beto Ramas!
Oh my God, that was just like so. I can't even really even put into words like how much energy I felt from this, and how like this was like just everything that I wanted it to really be. Like even the part like with the guitar solo, like she found her a way to get herself involved, and like she got like into it, and like she was like you know, like she was kind of head banging to the guitar, like I was completely overwhelmed with like with joy and excitement. Like this is exactly why I keep saying that she needed to come out from behind that kit, because this song had so much more power to it. Like when she's out there like being this person, like living this song, like being encompassing and really being the body of this song. Like it gives like the whole idea of the song, it gives you kind of like that target to face. Like I'm not the narcissista. Like, when she's behind the kit, it just has a different kind of energy to it that it doesn't feel the same. So like, I don't know, just watching it this time, it just feels so much different and like in the best ways. It really made me realize how short she is, but she did not let me down on the way that she sold this. And I'm like, I feel like I could kind of see a little bit of like what you guys are saying about how she doesn't really like to be the person who's out in front. And even though she has all this energy, it takes like a lot of energy for her to kind of like put herself out there that way. So I really respect that. And I feel like I could see a little bit on her face, like a little bit of that nervousness, especially like in the fact that like you're sitting there in your hometown singing this to a bunch of people that are like the closest people to potentially being the people that are calling you this. Because it's not us like in America, like we're not sitting there on the chat being like, oh, this is what you are. You should be ashamed of yourself for making English rock music. Being in your hometown that way and just knowing all of that and like just like the overall energy of the show in general. And like, she's not the front woman. Like she's normally behind the kit, which is normally something between me and the audience. And she's kind of like always leaning up and trying to find a way to kind of connect the best way that she can behind the kit. So I think that's really cool that she does that. So like, she, as far as a drummer goes, like in what she does and as a performer, like, she is at the top of the game. Like, the fact that she sings and plays at the same time is already an extremely like amazing talent. And the fact that, she did such a great job coming out and doing this. Like, like I said, like the way that she interacted with the crowd, the way that she just moved across the stage, the way that she wasn't boring, the way that the times when she got the crowd to interact and like, all that, it was all just so done so well. Like, like I know this is a lot of like, they do a lot of rehearsals and practice to try to make sure that we're like doing and reacting and doing those things the same ways over and over. So that way people are experiencing exactly what we're trying to give them. And that's one of the things that The Warning does really well is that like, I've said this a few times, that they just have like attention to detail with their craft and they're only getting better with the things that they're doing. You guys have mentioned a lot about this Pepsi Center show being like the like on like 2.0 version of this show in terms of overall energy and just like the way that they perform. But like, just watching something like this from the time at what they were doing, they're just so many years and so many miles ahead of so many other bands and just what they're doing in terms of just overall stage performance and just talent. They only add more like pyrotechnic effects and other things that really don't make the show like that much better, in my opinion. Like maybe I've just been to too many concerts where like flashes of fire and flames like that, I just feel, and smoke and all that kind of stuff are just, kind of really overplayed. And like, you don't have to do it 1,000 times to make a show better. But it is cool. And like, sometimes it's really needed, especially like, when I don't need smoke if the sun's still up. Like, that's not the vibe. But overall, I feel like this performance just gives me a different perspective on this song and just like a new love for it. Like, and that's what I kind of feel like I took away from like that, watching the song for the first time, was I'm like, I feel like there's so much more of an emotion in a story that they are telling in this song. And it's that much more personal because like, they are Mexican. So it's that much more personal of a personal related subject they're writing about. It's something that they've been called and that, they shouldn't have been, but they've been called, and something that they worry about or have worried about at some point in time. So, this is exactly what I wanted. And it just makes me just love the song that much more. Like, I don't remember what all the words are specifically in the song, but I do remember what the overall theme of the music is and the lyrics that she wrote for this song. And like, just kind of like pushing back and telling people like, hey, like, I'm going to do me and y'all can hate it all you want to. You can be as judgmental as you'd like. It ain't going to change what we're doing. And I love that attitude. I'm always behind just people being themselves and doing exactly what they want to do and they follow the passions that they have in their life. So just watching The Warning as an overall just act and group is just always a really cool thing to see. Oh, baby, we are almost to Saturday. And you guys have let me know that this is a sing-along event and that The Warning likes the fans to do that. So I am very happy to hear that. So that way I feel like we're all going to actually just have a good time at this show. And that's kind of the environment that I'm going to. And everything that I have heard thus far about their experiences at these shows have been just nothing but like, just love for everybody that's there, and just all just celebrating and something that we all love when it comes to the Warning and just the music that they create, and the excitement and the great music that they give us each and every day in our lives that we listen to them. Warning Army, you guys are the best. I appreciate you guys for hitting like on the video. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there is always room for you. Until next time, thanks for watching.